あ出せ。これが俺の思い描いたフィールドの未来だ。ブルーロック。
From the author of We Did It and Jagan comes a sport manga that has the possibility of becoming one of the biggest to ever do it, with an incredible, unique premise and an interesting take on things such as ego and teamwork. Redefining sports tropes, I present to you the sports manga, Blue Lock. We follow our main protagonist, Isaki. After losing a football game due to his misjudgment, he is sent home, upset and defeated. Then, something interesting happens as he is invited to the Blue Lock Project, a mysterious battle royale to create the best striker Japan has ever seen. Blue Lock depicts a cynical approach to teamwork and trust. The borders between victory and loss aren't defined by petty optimisms of friendship, but rather how you use both your allies and enemies to climb to a higher state in the survivalist game called Blue Lock. Set in a prison type of environment, where a simple win or loss can change the fates of a wide cast of football stars. This creates a situation of learning ways to use your teammates and rely on your ego, rather than the traditional teamwork trope. These games are wildly enthralling and intense. The first arc was done mediocre in comparison to the rest of the story, with how the bouts were set up, how predictable they were, and they lost their effectiveness. Anything after the first arc is almost done to perfection in my opinion, as where anyone can win or lose with constant progression. Even our main cast is many times subject to disqualification, no matter their individual skills. There is a constant progression where they are slowly molded into these ego-driven players, where they must overcome their flaws and devour everyone on the field. The wide cast is played on well, as we progress with Isaki having to evolve and adapt to new teammates and players, and friendliness is not played upon as these football players' only goal is to win the Blue Lock, so there is plenty of betrayal and sketchy plays at hand. Now let me tell you something. This has to be the best art I've seen in a manga to date. Nomura Yusuke's art style breathes kinetic energy and sharpness into Blue Lock. His previous work on Dolly Kill Kill already promised his creative, intense, and dark art style. He alchemizes the supernatural with real life for erratically goosebump-inducing action. The character's quote-unquote zone is explicitly drawn out in a flamboyant, fiery fashion, making their presence on the field all the more intimidating. The characters are greatly elevated by their entertaining, animated facial expressions, especially their intense eye burns from the hunger for victory, or dullness from losing a match. Almost every chapter features exceptional standout panels blasting with wild motion. The euphoric peak action is very easily among the best in sports manga I've read up until now. Yusuke utilizes erratic vector lines and demon-like character expressions for the most exciting of these scenes. Attempting to further verbalize the extent of Blue Lock's art would be futile, but believe me when I say that the art truly evolves the football to a new level that I didn't think was possible. With all that said, Blue Lock is at an alarming rise, brimming with a unique plot, thematic nuances that typical to most team sports manga, and crisp, wild art. Once you start reading, you'll be hungry for more. You should read Blue Lock.